little bit.
I'm laying
Quiet on my end. That got that lean going on.
I know, it's been a long 2 days.
I always
Sorry, bud.
forget that I'm a moderator in this Discord.
I forgot that the other day as well.
I right click on people and I'm like, what is all the right. It's like there's way too many buttons for me to press in here.
Just don't transport us to the Citadel.
See, that's some of the buttons I was worried about. It's the bright red ones that I really need to not click on.
Oh, the banning and stuff like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So did you guys see that video Rexy put out about the hacker that he had to play against?
Not yet, but I saw it posted in the Olympian Discord, so...
Yeah, it's a guy that was going up against Got You Run quite a bit and got all upset with Got You, and so he made his name Got You Run, but it's got the 2 dots above the second U. He's been trying to get Got You in trouble and everything, get him banned from being able to Twitch and whatnot, so he's been using that name to try and get people to think that it's him that's been hacking.
Oh my god.
So
people are wonderful.
Yeah, I've been on overtime with my mod in Discord and his channel, trying to keep things at a level pace, so to speak.
Already?
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we left off heading towards civilization.
After eating a really good meal, don't forget the meal I cooked up.
We were being given 10,000 gold or something and a bunch of magic items. Oh.
Yeah, they ended
I mean,
up
in a
falling
way,
off
if
the
you
boat,
consider all the loot in the ship. But yes, as we continue our group, you guys had just basically made contact with land. Or had just came with an eye shot of it. And as you looked through up from the crow's nest, you couldn't see any discernible civilization from your current location. So, would you all like to proceed towards civilization? Make land here, or what?
All right, you said there was nothing here?
Is it daytime or
Correctly,
nighttime?
it was just land.
Right now it's about evening.
About evening.
What was the weather? What's the weather
don't
look like?
There's slight clouds in the sky. No overcast or anything like that. Give me a perception check, right? And Colorado. For opposite reasons, because you both had 2 questions. All right. As you look upon the shore, you definitely don't see any civilization, like I said. Just wilderness. You can't even really see like any trails or anything going. Granted, you are still pretty far out. Benedict, as you're looking around, pretty clear out, just a little bit of clouds. And you do see off in the distance by the horizon, the moon's actually coming up now. Got a nice brilliant red color to
it. So, a red moon, interesting. It's like a harvest moon, interesting. So I would probably suggest we move towards land in the morning and stuff like that, so we get a good nice rest, and we also can definitely get the full value out of we can cook get a meal ready and have some rations for us getting onto shore and stuff like that.
I think daytime sounds pretty appealing because where this is unknown land for us, well, I guess you can call it land, but probably be better to be able to see.
I mean, we're trying to find where we are and get to just to establish an area, correct, everybody?
Yeah, like a foothold, kind of thing, or at
Yeah.
least get our bearings and what's going. Yeah.
We basically would make camp for the night then?
Mhm.
Well, make camp, quote unquote.
Park the ship.
You guys pull up closer to the shore before you end up dropping anchor. Are you getting are you beaching it? Like, not, you don't have to necessarily beach it, but are you getting pretty close up there, or are you going to be just a few hundred out still?
Probably
we
a
don't
few
want to.
hundred out.
Yeah, we don't want to hit any reefs or land if that's the case.
I definitely agree with that.
So I don't mind having to go for a swim or something. We don't have a dinghy.
Hey,
so.
We don't have.
We can dive into the water, me and Cece, and do the whole parking lights thing,
Or we
All
could
right,
just not do it in the morning.
And that made me laugh. I like that. That makes me laugh. Just park it right on top of a fucking ship.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, let's get some rest. I don't know. Set up a quick watch for sure. We're near an edge of a shore where something could happen.
Well, since I'm in the crow's nest, I can take first watch.
Okay.
I can take second.
All right then. I'll take third.
I can take the last watch, I suppose. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll do that.
I'll look at Oren, able to just sleep his way through all of it.
In the captain's bed.
He just gives you a big smile and walks into the captain's quarters.
So,
Yeah.
First watch. Roll me a d20. Roll me a perception, sorry.
There's rolls involved? Never mind.
Perception?
Yep. So, the night begins, and it's relatively uneventful. Sounds you do see a couple dolphins go by. Family of dolphin, little pod. But besides that, completely uneventful. Who was after that?
Was
That would be CC.
And as your brother comes and wakes you up, I'm going to need you to roll a perception check as well.
got it. Probably shouldn't have double clicked.
Why, you're just double
So-
awake.
Your brother wakes you up and tells you about the dolphins. And you try and look, but unfortunately you don't see anything. It is getting a little dark at this point. Just to confirm, you do not have dark vision. Come back to that one.
A water
No, they
genasi
don't.
doesn't? Interesting.
The only genasi that does is fire.
Yeah, the ones that produce light.
That
Yeah.
seems
Right.
weird.
You know what's also
And they
weird?
see in
The
what
tritons,
you-
the creatures that live at the bottom of the ocean, don't have dark vision. At the bottom
Really?
of the-
Do they have sonar vision?
No.
Oh, by the way, they're also in lore the creatures that fight aboleths, right? those things that live in the depths of the ocean and do have dark vision. Yeah. Interesting, huh?
Well, that seems
The
really
more you
weird.
know.
But yes, you also have a rather uneventful watch. Nothing spectacular happens.
Cool.
Remember who was next? Don't tell her.
Um, not really.
You got a guess.
Benedict? I don't remember this morning. I barely. I don't know.
I mean, this was 2 minutes ago.
I know.
There was
I
a
don't
lot going
remember.
on 2 minutes ago. We were just
Well, you picked
stuff.
Benedict. You picked Benedict. You might as well wake up Benedict.
Oh no.
There you go, wake Benedict up.
It's
Well,
not
no,
a
that-
table. How many times do I have to tell this water just not? See, it's not a table.
Your turn to watch the table.
What? Oh, okay.
So, Benedict, as you groggily come out, I'm going to need a perception check from you.
Boom.
Nat 20, baby.
Go for perception check.
So, as you're sitting there staring around, it's pretty boring. The moon still does have a bit of the red hue to it, although it's faded for the most part back to just a natural white color. But you actually lean over the end of the edge of the ship for a bit. You're just kind of staring at the reflection of the moon. Very boring. See something pass under the water, a shadow. You start to kind of look around a little bit. And then you see coming from the depths, swimming up towards you, the shadow again. Begins to grow and grow and grow. Not very fast, but it is getting rather large. Until slowly you see the form of a dragon. His head comes slowly out of the water, staring up at you. And it begins to put one claw up the side of the ship. Begins to almost climb, and as the ship rocks just ever so slightly, it transforms real quickly to a little weasel or a ferret. There we go.
But there's no pain.
Can I do like I don't know, man. I'm stunned, to tell you the truth, because I saw a dragon, and I'm assuming it was in this light it's probably like a red hue because of the moon. So I guess I'll be like, "Hello, Mr. Dragon?"
Kind of looks up to you and tilts its head. Then it starts running off the deck, or not off the deck, on the deck. And then ends up running downstairs.
Okay, I am gonna follow it, and I won't mess with it unless it obviously is gonna do something. But I'm just literally I'm gonna try to just follow it and not wake anybody up unless it's required, because it hasn't done anything. It's just transformed in front of me. Can I do a survival check to maybe think if I know what this creature is? Maybe, or an arcane check to see if it's magical, if I sense magical presence on it, or I could actually cast detect magic to see how well it'd be hewing off of magic, because it
A dragon.
transformed. So I'm just gonna follow it and try to be quiet, and so until I need to make more noise.
I need you to give me another perception check as this ferret takes off into the dark, essentially. So you're looking around and it's hard to spot, but you can hear the occasional squeak and like rustling. It appears to be going through all your stock.
Okay, is it
all your inventory that you have?
okay? Uno momento. You know, I'm not a very good cleric. I don't even have. Does Sacred Flame make a light? I don't want to do damage to it. I just want to make a light. So it does not work that way. So if that doesn't work, I'm going to go into my inventory and see if I have a tinderbox and a torch, and I would like to light a torch.
By the way, the light cantrip does wonders if you don't have dark vision.
Yeah, I realize
Or dancing
that
light. But
right now.
Don't have any
so
candles?
you are there and you're kind of fidgeting through your stuff. You grab out your tinderbox or your flint torch and you start sparking it. And after about the third spark, and again it's very low light down here. You know when you basically only have lighters to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's or like you ever been in dark when someone's using a lighter essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden there is a male face like a foot away from me when you spark it the fourth time, staring at you right in the face.
Hi. What you doing?
Do you speak Draconic?
I unfortunately do not.
All right, so all you're gonna hear is essentially it's like a bunch of like hissings and grunts. As he just kind of responds back to you, and then silent. Here squeaks again.
And squeaks again?
Yeah, like mouse, ferret squeaks, rodent squeaks.
Yeah, I understand.
And then a couple more seconds pass. You hear pitter pattering behind you, back towards the stairs.
What? So did he turn like he was like a human? He said something I couldn't understand. Turned back into a mouse, or is he still a human in front of me? Like a face.
You can't really see him. When you came down here, it was just so dark.
And then I lit
It's
a
just
torch,
when you
and he was in my
yeah,
face.
and then when you're I mean the only real light source down here is coming from like the stairs. You know what I mean? And it's not much, it's just like, when lights on in the other room.
So I didn't get the torch lit though?
I mean, did you keep sparking it?
I mean, I would have probably if after I saw the face and then I heard the squeak, I'd definitely probably start sparking it again and make sure it's
Okay,
lit since
I'm
I
sorry.
can't see.
Just remember, puff, puff, give.
So when you go and spark your torch, this time a little bit more hurried. You do get it going on the second one, and as soon as the torch itself takes off, again you're going to see a little more defined now in the light, a rather tall human male, well, human-ish looking male, leaning like right up into your face. He's got like long dark hair that comes down about probably like 6-7 inches past his shoulders.
I would probably, to be honest, as a person who's this nervous and who might be able to speak another language, and he's speaking common, trying to get to him, not be able to get it. I'd try another language, and the only other language I have is Abyssal. And I would say in Abyssal, can I help you? Can you understand this? Can you speak this? Something like that.
He's gonna recoil, like physically recoil when you start speaking Abyssal and just put his hand over your mouth.
Okay.
Be like, just kind of
All right. Well,
shake
then I'm
his
just
head
gonna
and look at you.
now I'm gonna just speak in
And
common.
respond.
Okay. Sorry. I'll wait a second.
Yeah, and then he's gonna say something back to you in that same hissing language, but you would recognize as Draconic.
Right.
You do know a few Dragonborn that you
Have passed, but I
trained
just
with.
can't speak the language. I'll just
Yep.
probably then continue in common and be like, try to do a gesture of like pointing at our stuff and then trying to like act out the acting of like, what are you looking for? You know?
He's just gonna kind of stare at you for a second, and then just start walking over towards the stairs.
Okay.
And you're just gonna walk up the stairs.
I'm gonna follow him. Now that I can see, I can definitely make it up the stairs probably easy. I was worried about when I came down, tell you the truth.
And he's gonna go and he's gonna open up the captain's quarters and start looking around in there. Gonna see Orin on the bed
Orin?
and kind of like tilt his head, and he's gonna walk up to him, kind of pluck the hat off his head real gently and look at it. Down to Orin, look over to you, set the hat back down.
Could I like walk up and like tap Orin and see if Orin can talk to him? Like try to wake up Orin, but like so he doesn't like freak out. For like you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you can do that. This guy turns his back and kind of just like walks over to the bookshelf and starts like looking at a few books that are there, and you real quietly go over to Orin.
I'm gonna be like, Orin, this thing came out of the water and is now walking around the ship, and I can't understand it. But when I originally saw it, it was a bloody dragon. So I'm hoping you can speak its language.
What the fuck are you waking me up to?
And
You'll
as you
see.
say that, you're gonna see a head pop over his shoulder, all like a la anime. They're talking about me style, and just stare down at you.
Who the fuck is this?
Whatever it is, it started as a dragon, and now I'm curious what it is. And I can't understand it. It sounds like it speaks Draconic, so it has all of the entails of a dragon. Can you speak Draconic?
No.
All right, well, interesting.
Um,
I'm gonna wake other people up.
maybe
And
as the wizard.
that's a great idea. Can you follow this guy around so we can stay with him?
I did everything to not be woken up tonight.
Well,
Sure.
all
Sure.
right. I'm gonna go to Tyrion and like violently wake him up, like be like, dude, we have something, but not enough to like get him like he's like into fighting. Just be like, there is something going on that you need to see.
I love that
Now that
Orban's
you are like
really
actually like
woken up.
up and walking around, or up and about, I should say, uh, he's actually gonna walk over to you and grab your arm, and not like violently, but just like grab it like, and start looking at your uh, turtle shell gauntlets.
Oh. You don't speak common. Can I try speaking primordial to him?
Sure.
Just ask who he is? Or
As
what?
soon as you start speaking primordial, he's gonna cover your mouth and start shaking his head and do like back at you.
Why are you... I'm just gonna pull one of those off and just hand it to him.
He's gonna look at it. He's gonna go to put it on, and his hand kind of gets stuck in it. There's a noticeable size difference between you two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hand it back to you, and just kind of turn around and walk away.
Okay, I'm very confused at this point.
Did I did Tyrion make it to the can I get Tyrion in here now?
Yep.
So Tyrion, meet Mr. Dragon, I'm assuming, because he speaks Draconic. Can't understand him. I know he doesn't like Abyss.
Yep. You guys come up to the main deck, and you see him basically inspecting your patch job with the boards. And he's actually kind of like poking at it a little bit. He's gonna grab one board and actually pop it up and be like, "Oh!" And you're gonna see him like set it back down.
What time of day is it? Is it a real early morning or still nighttime?
Oh, it's very much so nighttime.
Okay. I mean, it's in the AM, so I walk up to him, and I do speak Draconic, so I'm gonna ask this dragon, or he's in his dragon form, right?
No, he's in a humanoid form.
Oh, humanoid form. Okay. So I'm gonna say human and just go because I've never met him before. I'm gonna be like, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard this meager vessel. May I ask your name, sir?
Like, huh? Someone who speaks the tongue. My name is Tylen.
Tylen, as in Ty.
Ty. Yep. Tyla.
Tylen. Oh shit. What brings you out to the open seas like this? I mean, I know we're next to this island, but
I mean, I live around here. What brings you around?
well, honestly, we just got done battling off some pirates, and we're just kind of floating out here on this jerry-rigged vessel, and just hoping to find some mainland, and looking for a good time to make some coin.
So you were battling pirates. Good. I like to hear that. I did check your cargo. It didn't appear to be anything too ill-attained.
No, I get that he's a dragon, right? Because he can speak Draconic. Because I never saw his dragon form. I just see a human sit in front of me.
I mean, I would have said
you
the same
do
thing.
have
I
dark
said
vision,
before.
correct?
I'm an elf. I think so.
Yes. And it is pretty low light vision up here because the moonlight. So you would definitely be able to tell that he does have some somewhat draconic features still, like
Okay.
the pupils.
Right.
You're able to tell like he's got the more like claw-like
Does he have any
fingernails,
coloration that
some
would
fangs.
lend me to know his color?
You are able to tell color. Yep, he's got definitely some bronze.
Well, bronze
Shiz.
is
Wait, the brass.
poison? Brass?
Wait, no,
Okay.
bronze.
Bronze?
I forgot. Damn it. I didn't write down his color because I always get these two confused. I should have done it. It's bronze.
I mean,
it's bronze.
Yes.
I
when
know.
I woke
it's
up, when I
bronze.
woke up Tyrion, I would have definitely been like, so the thing came out of the water. It looked like a full
Yeah, you
blown
would have
dragon. I would have probably told him everything.
But yeah, you're gonna see his dark colored hair is actually got very brassy like tint to it, along with just like not really like patches of scales, but like certain
Right.
spots where the skin appears more scaly, and they got a bit of color to it.
And he's out now. He's out here. I'm gonna. Do you live on this here plot of land, or
I
you
live
live
around.
water?
And he's just gonna look at you very blunt. He's like, I live around. It's very dangerous questions to be asking dragons where they live. Most people are just really trying to figure out where their hoard is. Forgive me if I leave it ambiguous.
Um, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask kind of a blunt question, but it's is there a reason that you have approached us here today?
To check your cargo.
Alright. I mean, it's an old pirate ship. Not sure what it's got on her, but I assume you are looking for riches, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually looking for ill-attained illegal goods. There's been a decent amount of ships ending up at the bottom of the ocean lately, or bottom of the sea.
Orwin
The
just looks
background
out the
under
door.
the sea.
Orwin just looks out at them and goes, I can't understand shit you're saying. I'm going back to sleep. Just walks and goes back to sleep.
Benedict is very interested, but he can't understand anything and just hears hissing. So in his head, he starts going under the sea,
I
under
will
the sea.
So
turn.
Tylen's gonna look to you. He's like, your short friend there. Is he the one in charge?
Short friend.
Orwin is a gnome.
He is he's talking about Benedict, right? Hold on.
No, he's talking
No,
about Orwin,
Orwin.
the gnome.
Yeah.
The guy who's
I
wearing
look
the
at the
captain
picture
hat.
and I see an owl, so I'm like,
I don't
No,
want to
his-
change Ibis, even though I'm not in there anymore.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
right
yeah,
next to your character is what he looks like.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I point at him and is like, yes, he's he's the one that knows more about the open waters than I. I was just a meager deckhand. Throw a spell here or there. And
Caster,
I'll tell
huh?
them. Oh, yes, I'm a studied caster. I do like to study the arts, but I'm not too shabby with a blade. And I kind of show him my saber on my hip.
May I see it?
yeah,
And he's gonna ask to see your saber.
yeah, most certainly. And I kind of take it out. It's a little ornate, but not like more like for. It's not like ritzy and stuff. It's more like for looks. And I hold it out with two hands.
You're just gonna pick it up and look at it. He's like, very interesting. Hands it back to you.
And I sheath it, and then I turn my shoulder over and introduce him to everybody, that's up here. I show him the one that's going back to bed.
We're still asleep. No one woke us up.
I say there's a total of five of us, and there's just us three up here. I'm
Again,
kind of
two
the
nasty
keeper.
downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that when he starts walking everybody around, it looks like he's introducing people. I'm gonna wake up the Genasis because usually you want to be like I would feel that Benedict would know that being polite to dragons is probably the smarter thing to do.
I'm not gonna be a jerk.
I know, but what I'm saying is like I see you like pointing to Orin,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
around.
oh, it looks like he's talking to him. I'm gonna wake up the Genasi's to introduce him to the Genasi's.
Hold on, let me look up spell description here real quick.
I don't know why, but I 100% imagine Neener and Cece sleep in the actual crow's nest for some reason.
Oh, that's so where I'm at.
I mean, at least one of you are up there 100% in my mind.
Yeah, so I probably find CC and then I look around and see the air gust and the crow's nest. Wake up Neener to introduce him to this man I don't have a name for yet.
Yes, if I see people gathering, I pull up. Dang you.
Sorry, guys. While the conversation with the dragon was going on, I had received a call from a boss, so I had to take it. So I missed. I mean, granted, I'm asleep anyway, but I missed most of what happened there. So
Basically, the dragon. It's just been established. The dragon hopped on the ship to inspect your cargo.
oh, okay. Well, not that I would have known in character, so that helps out.
Mhm,
So
Okay, first, who's that guy?
Yeah, I introduce him as Tylen the Bronze, right? Bronze.
Correct.
Yeah.
Will you ask him if he thinks
Wait,
this
I
is a
thought it
table
was-
or a chair?
But no.
what language is
What's
this?
that? CC.
I want to know if he thinks this is a table or a chair, or if he calls it a ship. Because I just
This is
learned.
clearly a ship.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's a
I
table,
think he is
CC.
from this plane.
that was
Oh.
a chair.
You're from the water plane.
Yeah,
I see,
I'm
I
assuming
see.
you're translating, right?
I translate.
So you know,
his words.
are you friends with Queen Celine at all?
um,
Are
Are we?
have you met her?
As our father is a diplomat, would we have association with?
So we never really flushed it out. But right here is where I'm gonna need you guys make a roll, and then we may need to do a second one depending.
What do you want us to roll?
Just high or low. Yeah, high or low.
So 100, low under 50, high
It-
over 50.
Pick a die. We'll do high or low between the two of you. Someone roll.
I'll tell you what. I like this notes taking section they got on this Beyond 2. That's nice.
CC, do you want to roll or do you want me to roll?
You can roll.
Okay, you pick high or low.
Hi. God dang it.
You guys have not. You have
Oh, I
not.
thought that was like pain. No, we have not met her.
Like, she's a nice lady from what I've heard. My father has met her, but I have not.
Can we get that name one more time?
Island?
Of the dragon, or
No. The girl he's talking about.
Queen Celine.
Just remember
Is that
Celine.
Celine with an S?
Yes. SALINE.
Now I need another Word document for actual notes.
Well, the nice thing in the D&D Beyond there, they got the notes section. It's got some decent stuff in it.
So, Furion, if you're translating, can I ask him a question? Can he point us in a direction to civilization and anything like that, like suggesting a suggested heading?
Yes, I
Because
asked
we
him if he knows of like a port town or some type of civilization that we could dock at and or find work.
Are they still speaking
Or-
in Draconic?
If
Yes.
he needs something from us.
Well, we're basically on the coast of Semedia right here. I do believe Dumoth is not too terribly far up the road or up the shore. They do have a decent sized port. Don't really know much further than that. I have been over to Avalon, over to Skopstad, but that's about it.
That just
See, there's that one. He's like, wait. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really get out amongst the world. I just kind of keep this little area to see.
out of character.
Well,
Is Skopstog the old village?
What's that?
Oh, you said Stopstog, or the village that you said, town besides Avalon.
Skopstad.
Is that the old village from the last campaign?
No, it's a new village
Ah,
because it was Phandalin and Avalon
yeah.
were the main two you went to.
I just asked because my old Griffin's name. That's why I was like, oh.
hey,
Well, I mean,
bro.
it does. Yeah. What?
Since we have a area we're on the coast of Semedia, can I use my go back to the maps in the captain's quarters and use my navigation tools to kind of see how far away we are? I even though if I know I'm along a coast, I'd usually know what direction to head.
Well, he gave us.
That would be a survival check.
The moment you open the door to the captain's quarter, God damn it, I was falling back asleep.
Shut up! I'm keeping us alive here.
So you use basically the small change in the stars between the couple nights, and compared to that little island you saw and where you're landing, and basically what the shape of the coast kind of looks like. And using the fact that he told you that it's just a few miles up the coast away was Dumoth.
Come on.
You're able to figure out probably exactly about where you're at. Probably exactly about.
Probably.
Oh, I'm sorry. If that's not a fucking. My bad.
We're probably exactly about 3 miles north of here down there.
Just turn at that fern.
Like you get an exact. Okay, it's not fucking GPS. You got ye old time, best possible. But
I mean, I'm close with. I understand, and I know a heading. That's all I was asking for. Thank you very much.
Yep.
It's like Backlash describing where to get somewhere in Canada.
So I'm gonna come back out. I'm gonna come back out to the group and be like, I know where we are, guys. I know how far away we are. We're not that far away from that port.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "Yeah, that's what he said."
Well, I didn't understand. Like he could say like a certain distances, and I want to just double check and know our heading.
Could I?
the dragon is gonna, or Tylen's gonna turn. He's like, I am curious. You said you're magic, right? But you do magic.
Does he speak it too?
The only
we
one
are.
he can talk to.
Well, that's
Yes.
what I was getting ready to
Yes, I
try
do.
and establish
Sorry.
if he can
Yeah.
speak Sylvan.
I do practice. I do dabble in magic. I've only learned a few measly spells, but I grow in power every day.
He's gonna ask you what spells you know, if you don't mind. He's like, and he's gonna kind of look. Do you have your book on you? I assume.
Oh, of course. And I have it tucked under my jacket, or my coat.
I could, take a peek if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll show him some kind of not necessarily bragging, but these are the things that I've learned so far in my adventures, and do you want me to actually go through my list here and tell you what I
got? Yeah, he's very curious about your spells.
Okay. Well, I go through, and I show him my cantrips, and I got I show him how I got booming blade. I can control flames. I can message. I go through my first level spells, and I got absorb the elements. Comprehend languages. I can detect magic. I can fall like a feather. I can summon a familiar to my aid. Identify magic items.
He's actually gonna stop you at the comprehend language.
Yeah.
He's been pawning it over since you said that. He's like, can you you can copy this or make item have its properties, correct?
Hold on. Yes. Yeah, I mean, if you're a book learned person, you can copy any spell out of my book if you wish.
But are you capable of putting the spell on something?
Oh, you mean like writing out a scroll, or?
Well, that's possible. Yep.
I mean, I give it a shot.
I'm gonna tap on Tyrion and be like, "Hey, what is he asking for?"
He wants to know if I can copy him down this comprehend languages spell. I assume he wants it.
I'm gonna pull out a necklace that we have and hand it to you, Tyrion, and be like, "Put it on this if you can."
This is where I will go to my DM and be like, "Is that a thing?"
No, Brad, I'm not entirely sure. And I was wondering if maybe you might know too.
There's a bonded magical item kind of thing for I have my wand and that's my thing, but I'm not 100% positive.
You can technically make enchanted items, but it's a pain in the ass.
Gotta have
time components, and there's, I think for a lot of them, to make them, you actually have to have specific stuff.
The same resources of the spell components are gold equivalent multiplied by the time invested, cast once per day, per week.
I can do a thing called Blessing of the Forge where I can make a magical item and grant it higher AC.
So,
but I can't put a spell on.
What is the components for your comprehend language spells?
Easy enough. I just need a pinch of soot and salt, which we should have on a boat.
So you would need 7 pinches of soot and salt, which, being on a pirate ship, actually,
salt should not be a problem.
You scrape the cannons.
Scrape the captain.
That's the thing. Soot should not be a problem. We have cannons, torches. We should have salt.
You also found a shit ton of salt, remember?
Yeah. So that's easy. Let's do that. I'll do that for him.
And then cast once per day for 1 week per rarity of the item. And that's definitely a uncommon, so. Oh, common. Sorry, not uncommon. Common.
For 2 weeks. First level spells. I can do that for him. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm good with the sharing the
Well, I know
knowledge.
it's a first level spell. I'm just trying to, like, the item itself would probably be a common
Right, yeah,
item.
yeah. Did you hand
Uncommon
me,
items are really almost worthless.
right? Did you hand me a necklace or something?
I
'Cause
did. I did.
You
don't
mean
know if I have
common
any,
items are almost
anything of
worthless?
value on me.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Uncommon
sorry.
is
I got
plenty
that
of value.
backwards. Wow, yeah, I'm big dumbing. Yes.
Um,
Yeah,
Common items are worthless.
I
Uncommon.
will spend time with this and try but I'll let them know it's like it's a bit of a timely process, but we definitely can make this for you if you wish.
But tell you what, I will be back here in 24 hours to compensate you for all this. You're willing to.
Done deal. I can do that. Always pass the knowledge on to others.
And with that, he's going to, well, see you tomorrow night. Then hop into the water.
I have a question.
So does that mean we're staying here?
I mean, I think that's what we're going to discuss now.
After he leaves and we're in discussion, I will the first thing I'll say I'll explain what he wants to everybody that might not have been here, and then you hand me the necklace and I tell him like, well, the way I look at it is he's asking for a small token. Really does not take a lot of time, and you do something nice for him. Maybe we gain an ally out here, and it's not too bad to have an ally in open seas like this, especially one that powerful.
Everything you say, I'm going to just agree with and go with, that's fine with me. We can also explore the island or the coast of the Semedia. that
How
we're
big
near
is this
at the
small
same
island
time.
that we're next to?
So go ahead and drop anchor and
Very large.
Oh, it is very large. Okay, because we
I
can
mean,
explore this island too.
It goes on past the horizon in both directions.
we also already have anchor dropped. It's like 4 a.m.
Yes.
okay, well,
Would Orwin be able to help him with making that since he like grew up around people who made magic items? Or would he be of like no use?
I mean,
I'll just concentrate
you
on it.
know, without being a caster, like you would actually know enough that you don't know the specific spell, nor are you a caster, so you lack both kind of key ingredients to help out.
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing you could always do in more of a supporting role is just essentially gather the stuff for him,
Mm-hmm.
and that's about it.
Okay.
With an item like this, it's not even a complex spell. It takes a minute a day for 2 weeks, essentially. Or is it a minute?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just seconds because you just cast it on the item.
For comprehend, I think comprehend is a minute.
It's
Yeah, you cast once per day.
it's a ritual
Or-
too. So
Oh, it'd be a ritual. Okay, so it'd be 10 minutes each day.
yeah, but that's not a big deal.
Oh, it is one action. I always thought that was a minute. Which one's a minute?
It's the casting time of the spell.
No, comprehend is one action. What am I thinking is a minute? I don't know.
Maybe tongues.
I don't know. It's not that big of a deal.
All right, yeah. So with that,
Well-
the night is
Orwin's going back to
pretty
sleep.
quiet.
Yeah, I think we should just definitely explore the coast at least and see if we can.
In the morning, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, in the morning, and then at least like, I don't just. I mean, if anything, we can just like not, idle hands, bad working. They were. I don't remember the saying. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Benedict goes to bed.
Well, there's no point in going back to bed at this point if it's almost dawn. So
You are very quiet.
I said there's no point in going back to bed with it almost being dawn, so I'm going to just stay up.
I mean, finishing your long rest.
Yeah, you gotta kind of finish up that long rest. Although
I took
technically, none of you've had a few days travel to get here, so
I'm
it's not necessary. You could stay up at this point and start the day early.
Works for me.
As long as we don't have a point of exhaustion, that's all I care about.
You will not. Might just want to get to bed a little early tonight, but no, that's it.
All right. Well, since we didn't really use it, I'm gonna be early in the morning, awake, and I'm gonna make some chef's food for us. For that feeds up to 6 people. So
Roll the d8. Oh, it regains. That's right. Never mind. Don't want to use that yet. All right. Yep. So he hands you all, along with your breakfast, a nice little ration to go, essentially. What is your little chef's special food?
At this point, when we picked those up from the Tritons, right? And so I was assuming like it was like clams and some fish. So I made like a clam fish chowder, or like a clam, or like maybe even like sushi.
So you get a little sushi bites wrapped up in, we'll say, seaweed, so it stays fresh in your pockets. And as you guys eat your breakfast, the sun finally takes its way up further in the sky to actually illuminate everything. And I think we're going to take a quick little break because I need to go get a glass of water or something to drink. So I'll be right back.
Should I pause my recording?
No. Leave going.
Do not pause it.
All right.
You can, yeah, I wouldn't do anything.
I'm gonna have to apologize for when he gets back because I know you guys can 100% hear my family, and that's going to be in the recording.
You're good.
Meh. Did we establish there is no dinghy on the boat, right? Or is there a dinghy?
There isn't one.
There is not one. Yes, we'll have to swim to shore.
I also like how you woke up or went very calmly, and then you just went and was like, Benedict, wake the fuck up.
You mean Tyrion?
Or Tyrion. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? Stab.
Yeah.
Well,
you're
I
just
didn't want to
like-
wake, like, I knew who you, like, I was thinking of the, like, barbarian raging kind of thing, So I was like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna just I'm gonna try to just make sure he's not gonna be mad and change. That's kind of how I was thinking about it.
Well, you are legally not held accountable for the first 10 seconds after you wake up, so.
Yep.
Oh, I thought I got an hour. Maybe I should think about those small children on my way to dropping my brother off. What?
So we're gonna go explore the land then, huh? Is that what we decided?
Yes. I can't really. I'm a dwarf, or I'm a human that is walking around with a shield and doesn't really swim. So if we're a couple hundred yards away, I'm in a little bit of trouble.
We can help you.
All right, I'm back.
Probably use this time. Oh, nope, he's back. Okay.
I was gonna say I do have this cloak that I may be able to help you with. Let you use to swim in.
Okay.
Imagine not being able to breathe underwater.
Oren, you and I have been in enough ships. You understand. I understand I like being on the water and I like sailing, but I'm a slow swimmer. I got the doggy paddle.
Imagine not being able to see underwater.
Once again, my eyes get all like red and it hurts, and I don't understand how you're doing it.
Or one's the only
Wait,
one with
you guys-
dark vision.
You guys can't swim underwater?
Right.
No?
All right.
They can't
That's not
breathe
normal.
underwater.
Okay.
I think this is the very first time. I'm trying to think. No, you've ran into elves before. I think we went over this last week. You have seen elves, but it's a very foreign concept. Like people can't breathe. Well, your brother, but he just learned that ability. He can always hold his breath.
All right.
Oh god, I love that I'm the only one who could see and actually go there if we needed to get into really deep water.
For now.
Right. Eventually,
I'm
the
working on
cleric
it.
will be able to make us breathe, make himself and the elf breathe underwater.
All right.
All right.
Benedict,
And then
So
I'll
what
just
are you guys
freaking
doing
walk
for
on the
the day?
floor.
I'm gonna do you a favor, Benedict. And I'm gonna take off my cloak. You can use this to swim to shore, but I want it back.
Of course. Of course. Thank you.
Are you gonna ask what it is?
I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna cast or ritual cast detect magic on it and then ask what it is.
It is.
Mhm.
It won't let me link it. Damn.
He doesn't know what it is just from
Oh,
detect magic. He just knows it's magic.
Mm-hmm.
it's a cloak.
I know it's magic.
It's a cloak of the manta ray. While wearing this cloak with its hood up, you can breathe underwater and you have a swimming speed of 60 feet. Pulling the hood up or down requires an action.
Okay. Thank you. We also got to worry about Tyrion. I think he's in the same boat as me on the fact that there's no dinghy. We're gonna.
Well,
Good luck getting your
Doesn't
wizard
one of us
into the
just like
water.
carry him?
I mean,
Looks at his spell book and says no.
oh right, you don't
Hold
have a
on.
magic spell book. Oh shit.
Let me find a familiar. I'll get myself a flippin'
Alright.
goldfish.
Gonna cast levitate on Tyrion.
Just
What?
carry him?
Why not just summon a bird who can carry your book over the water?
I didn't think about that. Shit.
Whatever. Now you got to ride on a dolphin. Hopefully.
No, the options are super limited.
Oh.
Most of them
Yeah.
are birds. I think a squid is an
Owl.
option.
Or you can use one of us.
He
We can-
can't. He needs to not get his spell book wet.
Oh.
I got levitate.
You could just leave your spell book.
I mean, also if he summons the familiar, he just has it until it dies.
Okay. Well, you can still cast levitate to get him across the ocean, and I can just like swim across.
You said you couldn't swim.
Your brother luckily just
Yeah.
gave me this cloak of
Oh.
the manta ray.
Spells I have prepared. I don't
Lent.
need the book to cast them, right?
Yes.
You just need a focus.
Yeah.
Boom. Got my wand.
Yeah, because
Technically, you don't even need a focus if you have the components.
Mhm.
Focus just allows you to skip the Well, it doesn't skip the components. It skips getting them out. So you can have them on your person and cast through your focus. But if you don't have your focus, then you have to actually get your material components out to cast the spell every time.
Well, if they cost something.
Well, no, even if they don't cost it. If you don't have your spellcasting focus, you have to get them out.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
The
So for
focus
instance,
the focus replaces non-costing items, but costing items you still have to have with you no matter what.
with that, I'm gonna hop in the water.
Before I go, I'm gonna like pray to my hammer and thank her for everything and hope she gives me guidance. And I'm gonna prepare like today's spells of adventuring, bro. If you, I sent you those a long time ago.
I will make you a channel to post them.
Okay.
Not right this moment, but
Right. No worries.
but yeah, you all get in the water, right, Tyrion?
Yeah, I can leave my book. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that with me.
Oh, so you're a little quiet enough, Brad.
How
Sorry.
deep is
Yep.
the water?
It's actually not super horribly deep. It's probably only like 10 to 15 foot deep where you're at right now.
It's only 10 to 15 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna just swim down to see how deep and everything it was, if it was deep.
Well, you said you want to be relatively close, but not.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna swim right to the
so.
shore. Would you like me to do anything or just swim to shore?
Are you in heavy armor?
No. I'm in
Light armor?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yep, you hop in, you swim right to shore.
Let me just double check what I'm in.
I do need athletic checks from everyone without.
Technically, I guess I'm in medium armor, Fro.
Okay, yep. But you don't get disadvantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone without a swim speed need an athletics check.
Lantern, let me borrow the cloak that gives me a
All right,
16.
then just the wizard then.
There we go. Athletics, you say?
Hmm.
Oh, there it is. It's the one with the +0 next to it.
That's
Hey, it's not under 10.
It's not. So as everyone's swimming along, it becomes pretty clear who normally stays on the deck for what reasons. As Tyrion is struggling to keep up with you guys. Although Benedict, you get the feeling that maybe you might have been in the same boat.
Oh, I knew I was in the same boat.
I doggy paddle. It's the only type of swim stroke I know.
Rotto, I made that spot in Discord for you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Bright. Appreciate it, bud. So yeah, you do eventually get to shore. And as you look around, it's a pretty decently wooded area. Nothing too spectacular that stands out. The beach is somewhat rocky. Not necessarily a good swimming beach. There are a decent amount of like pine trees around. I'm sorry, not pine trees.
So
Like oak trees and
palm
maples. I'm trying to think not evergreens, the other ones. I cannot. Deciduous trees, right? The ones that shed their fucking leaves. There you go.
Non-fur.
That would be, yeah, deciduous trees. I give the cloak back to Neener and say, thank you so much. It was nice to being able to swim.
You're welcome.
And here comes me. Gosh.
I was helping him as he was going.
I barely made it. I'm exhausted. Let's take the night off.
Let's take the night off.
Well, good thing it's
All
not
right.
nighttime yet, then, right? Get up to the top of the rocks and take a look around.
I will also do that with him.
So you scan around, and again, at least on the tree line, there's nothing too spectacular that you see. The trees just kind of go on for pretty much so until they don't go over the horizon, but you can tell that the shore probably curves inwards at some part. Looks like a relatively undisturbed area.
And we're kind of just
Wait,
like
let's go.
exploring to look around. So we were kind of probably looking for some food and just kind of see what's around us. So how
You offer like
about
any natural food, like tree, fruit or nuts or?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Roll a survival.
Excuse
here,
me
right?
just a minute. I gotta go. I gotta turn the light off for my dog, apparently. The wife says it's for the dog. He doesn't want the light on.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have the dog.
Because of the dog.
Well, the dog can't speak for itself.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, let my dog sleep.
He looks
And
much
the
more
dog-
comfortable now. He definitely looks much more comfortable now.
Yeah, you gotta let the dog go
The
sleep.
dog.
Yeah, the dog, obviously.
The dog.
No one else.
He does. He really does, babe. He does. Yes, survival check, please.
Bible.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
So you're looking around and you actually find a few berry bushes that have been either it's a super bad harvest and they've grown little to no berries, or someone has been through here and picked them already.
Okay. I tell you what, though, I wouldn't even dream of eating from a berry bush. It doesn't look like it's been eaten off of before. Don't trust it.
Don't trust it. I don't think it's.
It's like you always drink the water from the pond that a horse drinks out of. Boom.
I'm not sure about that.
That saying might be something different there, Tyrion.
Something. Yeah.
I
Seems
love
like a
that
wisdom
Tyrion
thing.
is intelligent and I'm gonna just start walking out into the forest.
Yeah, I'm gonna just follow. I mean, like we're kind of just looking for stuff, so I'm just gonna follow Orwin. So I'll be
Obviously, I
second.
learn. We have
So how
marching
far
orders.
do you guys? Yeah, marching order. There's the arrow right above.
Oh, this is weird. I'm at the front. Wait a minute. I've never done this before.
You should go into like let's go in the black box. It's
But
nicer.
the
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I was gonna go more with, but that's fine.
Yeah, that works with me.
Hey,
Yeah.
whatever works for you guys, as long as you put yourself in a fucking line. That's what I made it for. Put yourself in a line. Wherever you fucking want to do it, I'm okay with it.
All right.
But how far do you guys want to travel? Or are you plan on exploring? Or are you just like, hey, fuck it, let's
I
go?
mean,
I'd say
yeah, we're
just
not. We're. I
travel
think
anywhere.
we're kind of just killing the day. We're trying to make sure we're not going too far enough away that we can't make it back to the ship to meet up with Tylen before tonight.
Right.
For tonight.
I need to know how much wood we need to build a base on this island.
So you guys are walking, and it's nothing really noticeable or exciting, really. Just the forest.
Okay.
And you're traveling for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then finally you come upon a little lake. Not like it's bigger than a pond, but not a big lake.
Okay.
One you could easily walk around in 30, 40 minutes, you know.
And
I'm definitely not gonna go in it.
I'm gonna dive in.
All right. You dive in.
while he's diving in, I would like to look around to see if I notice anything. Kind of just, I'm looking for like out of place things, like things that wouldn't be in a pond near the middle of a jungle.
Give me a perception check.
I got it.
As you're looking around, you do see it. It's an extra, maybe extraordinarily cleaned out little section of the woods, kind of coming up to the lake. Like it definitely doesn't look like a trimmed up trail, but
Someone definitely maintained
almost, yeah. Like it doesn't look like it's a like set in stone. They beat down a path, but definitely there's no branches or anything kind of laying in the ground, no twigs or anything. Like it's cleaned up.
Like an
Gotcha.
animal trail. then.
Maintained is a good way of saying it, like you said.
By the way, is Rado the anti-Brad? Because he's already rolled 2 20s today.
Apparently so.
I'm glad someone evens me out.
Is
Now
there
that I see the houses and it kind of looks like someone maintained it, I'm curious if I can remember anything about Samaria, like if they're hostile or if they're like if we need to like if I need to be more prepared than I actually am. I'm like, I realize we're just kind of wandering around this woods and I gotta remember what Samaria is like.
So you know that most of Samaria is a lot of dwarfs for the most part, with a few human settlements and villages kind of dotted across the land, but a lot of it's kind of focused towards the hills of the mountain.
Right. But my question is it like super hostile? I would try to think about.
So Samaria is going under a recent like revolution, if you want to put it that way, or revolt, new change of government.
End of
So it's I mean it's touch and go in places.
Okay. Well, I'll probably look at Oren and be like, hey, just to let you know, it looks like this is somebody's like friggin' pond that they use, probably their own swimming hole. How's the swimming hole?
Okay, I have a couple of questions. How
Yep, go
deep
ahead.
is it?
Well, it's a little mucky, so it's hard to just tell by looking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can look down and it's you can see about 10, 15 down or so, but again, I'm not sure if you ever gone swimming in many lakes.
I have. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
My other question, do I see any fish as I'm swimming?
Yeah, it's large enough to have a decent amount of fish. Nothing crazy. No huge swarms, but There are a few gills, a few sunfish.
Could
You do
I
see a smallmouth bass.
let me see if I have this or not.
And a turtle. You see a snapper turtle go by.
I'm specifically avoid that.
He is about the same size as you.
Can I pull out one of my javelins and try and get one of the fish?
Sure.
We just make an attack roll.
Yeah. So you throw your javelin and it spears right into him.
And just bring it out up in the water. Well, I got my dinner for the night. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Oh. How about we roll for fish first?
What do you want me to roll?
We'll say a D8. Yeah, it's a decent half-foot little fish. It'd be a good meal for you.
The water feels nice. Can't tell how deep it is, but it was nice.
Good to know.
Still ain't
I
going.
mean, it's not bad.
I mean, it's pretty sweet. I had another.
There's
So
a big
while I
turtle
saw
in there. I would avoid those.
big turtle. Okay. Benedict like saw Oren like dive in and saw he's like kind of skillful with the javelin. And he was like, you know what? I can't remember. I know we had the fight with like the captain and all the pirates, and we did really well. But you know what I didn't see is like everyone's quite ability. I was wondering, like maybe I kind of like turn to a couple people and be like, "Hey guys, this could be a fun time just to see how like who we are and kind of introduce us more. You know, like we've been on a ship for a while, but now we're kind of get some freedom. This is a nice little lake we can chill at for an hour or so and kind of like talk about who we are, maybe a little more."
Group retreat. Group
Are you a youth pastor? Are you a youth pastor?
Well, he is a cleric.
I mean, I can tell you about my religion and everything, but I'm not a big preacher right now.
He is the religious guy. Oh, Jesus. Love you,
Or
Sam.
Let
when
me
just
tell you the good news.
Well, let me tell you. But that wasn't my question. I'm asking everybody else.
Orwin just nods and then walks over and starts getting some sticks down, starts making a fire and cooking his fish.
Well,
I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm eating. I'm kind of hungry. It's been like an hour.
It's been like an hour since we eat. Got it.
I mean, my character can regale you about being kind of growing up where he grew up in. Hold on. It'll come to me.
Avalon.
Avalon. There we go. Let's get there. And kind of how I'm not. I didn't really fit in there. Like my we'll say brand. I guess my race of elf is not real common in those parts. So I kind of was an outcast as far as no one really fitting in with, you know what I mean? And then kind of looking for work. Uh, ended up ended up as like a deckhand.
There were other high elves. There's just no native ones. Like
Right. You kind of
I
had
don't
to
know.
come there from
Yeah.
somewhere else. So I would imagine we'd be heavily outnumbered.
I'm trying to. It'd be like okay, you know how we got like the Norse countries,
Yeah.
right? And you got like the mainland ones, and then think of Avalon. They're kind of like Iceland, where it's like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you're all Norse, but y'all also were kind of off by your fucking self for a while.
Yeah.
So it's just like that situation.
Ow.
But yeah, definitely Donati. Sorry.
Nope, that's all right. Yeah, because there's some things about me that might be revealed with time, but as for now, I've been just working the seas for a few years, and the money that I earn, I use for spell components, learning the magics, the arts. Um, but I was taught from a young age that being able to be skillful with a blade is a good skill to have. So that's why I carry this blade around, and I use it. I use it fairly well. I practice with it. I do dabble in combining my spells with my blades, um, and try to develop a type of style that fits my specialty. But I don't have any crazy, family backstories or anything like that. I came from a pretty modest household, kind of poor, not a lot of money going around, but trying to work my way up in this world. Um, my character's not real old looking, so I'm pretty young for an elf, even.
How old are you?
Oh, hold on, I got it written down. What's an adult? Is adult elf is what, like
100-ish.
100-ish? So I'm like right at that precipice of adult. Yeah, like just before you'd necessarily consider an adult, like a human terms.
Just say
Be
99.
like, yeah, like
He's
18
like
or 19. You know what I
99%.
mean?
You're the 20-year-old who's waiting to be 21 so you can finally drink. Got it.
Like,
Right.
birthday's in 3 months. Let's go.
Very, very young, but
The guy who complains, he's like, I can apply for an army. I can smoke cigarettes. I can gamble. Why can't I have alcohol? I don't understand.
Utah, then it's 21.
Yeah, it's actually nationwide. You can't get cigarettes until you're 21.
Oh, well,
They changed
I don't
that
smoke,
the year
but-
I turned 18.
I don't smoke, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah. But you can
everyone
get
knows
drafted.
that this is this is kind of what we're getting from Tyrion. Got it. But he seems like he likes his book. That's cool to know so far.
I do like to learn. There's still a lot to learn in this world. I'm also a big fan of just sharing knowledge in general. It's if a young spellcaster comes along, how is he to learn more if I don't help teach him?
I mean, it depends on the kind of spellcaster, doesn't it?
Then why were you a pirate?
Well,
What better way
like
to
I said, I got a job working the seas, but sometimes bad things happen, and you got to make a good circumstance out of a bad circumstance.
All right.
It's better to serve on a pirate ship than have them leave you for dead in the open waters.
be served to Davy Jones's locker?
Or when looks at the scales on his
Man.
arms. Yeah, becoming a pirate,
okay.
that was the right choice.
Hold up here, Brad. We're going. We're. I'm gonna need you to roll deception check and everyone to roll insight check on that.
I mean,
Neener.
Nope. I'm glad my rolls are consistent.
man, I really wish I had a spell prepared, but I don't have it anymore prepared. Life
So
goes
he
on.
makes the story about how it's you join
Oh
them,
my
they're
god,
gonna kill
Benedict
me,
believes him.
and it doesn't quite line up. Like something about it just doesn't click.
I'm so happy Benedict is the only one who doesn't see through it because I 100% believe that.
Yeah, Benedict, this is pretty legit. This is what happened last time. That's why he's with you
I
guys
mean,
now.
the ship blew up and he followed us, so I guess that was what it
Yeah.
was.
Orwin just lifts up his javelin with the fish still on it as he's eating off of it. I'm just happy not to be the oldest one here. And then starts eating again.
Neener, he wasn't telling the full truth there. But do with that as you will.
We'll just keep that in mind for now.
Benedict was be like, well, if you're gonna share, I'll share. And so my story came from growing up in Amana, and my father was very famous there, Kenrith. He was a very big, he was a long-time military man, was well known there, and we had a decent amount of cash. We did pretty well. But in Amana, they require you to have, if you have sons, each one has to be dedicated towards like branches of the states, things like military, service in like government, and then they also require religious. And I was the youngest one of the family, so my oldest brother was the military guy, and my middle brother is the politician. And so they were like, you got to be you got to be in a religion or be the religious one of us and join the clericsy. And I didn't really know anyone's that liked it, but I found I was enjoyed working hard, so I chose going with the clericsy of No Club. And I've part of No Club's like clericship is that they ship off clerics to be on ships to work on them and help mend them and do other stuff. And yeah, that's kind of my story where I am. I'm just been doing that for the last couple of years. That's how I met Orwin, doing that kind of stuff on ships. And more things, but that's good enough. One day I like probably the only other thing is probably my big goal is probably be I really enjoy the sea, so I'll probably just buy a ship one day.
I mean, we also just have a ship.
Yeah, we have a ship, but I mean, gotta fix it. I guess maybe I should say we'll fix that ship up, and I can be in that ship the rest of my life, and I can start making money on my own instead of having to be part of the cleric and getting paid or divided between other people who hire out the cleric's work and stuff like that.
I like
Benedict's going to start looking around. Anybody else? Anybody else?
I mean, I'm not the most talkative person when it comes to family and life and other things. Do you two want to help me go get more fish so that we have extra food?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to go in there and I want to water whip some fishies.
I mean, I was going to give you a javelin, but I guess that works.
Well, I gotta get used to doing this, so might as well go give it a try.
Lantern, you're really quiet again.
My God, man. Okay, is that better now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I want to go water whip some fishes.
Whip it.
Whip them good.
Da, 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 da.
Do
That's
do I? Oh, you don't have to be enraged to reckless attack. Yeah, I'm gonna reckless attack some fish.
He doesn't care if those fish hit him. Don't even care.
I don't even care.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, fish
I'm tapping
fish
stuff.
heads,
All right.
Yum.
Go ahead and roll me some attacks on some fish.
Oh, did it not roll over here? God dang it. How do you make it roll with advantage again?
Control and shift is
I think it's
advantage.
control.
Control is disadvantage.
There we go.
Guess one more. We'll do 4.
I would just roll 1d4 plus 2 because I'm using my dagger, correct?
I mean, I could hand you a javelin.
Well, I mean, you hop in the water and you see Orwin throw out a javelin, and then Neener just walks into right next to a school of fish and just water whips 3 of them. Just knocks them unconscious and they start floating up to the surface.
They all float up here.
Just,
You'll float too.
yeah, I want to get 2 fish on that javelin.
Stab another fish. You guys just go in and start murdering fish. CC, it's quite horrific to see.
No!
Do you want us to roll for what they are?
We can roll for that when we're
They're fish.
all done here. All right. CC, you can still stab one if you want.
Apparently not.
You gotta roll a d20. You're rolling a d4.
Oh.
Yeah, you're
that's
really
fun.
killing your odds there.
Not really.
Yeah.
Oh, close.
Still failed.
You see
Jayla,
over here trying to stab like a little 3-inch bluefish. Or I'm sorry, bluegill.
Hey, Cece. That's
Yeah.
just
Oh. Are you
also
sure?
just roll your dagger to hit on D&D Beyond.
I don't have that as a thing at the moment.
Why?
If
Yeah,
you
you
go
do.
to
Open
D&D,
up that website.
No, it. I don't have my dagger as an action. It's in
go
my.
to inventory
Also, you don't have it equipped.
and
Yeah.
find dagger and just the little box next to it equips it.
Use your rapier.
And then you can choose it
Yeah,
in
and
your
use
action.
use your rapier. Equip your rapier as well.
See, look at that.
I mean,
Look
it
at
would be
that.
the same.
Oh.
You hit the fishies with the rapier.
I need
So
to
you're
learn
like,
not to double tap.
CC, that's a rock, and she's in the middle of stabbing it, and all of a sudden her rapier pierces through, and it was actually a turtle. She stabbed a turtle.
Oh! I want the shell.
But I can make new gauntlets.
I already called it. It's mine.
CC, you have a turtle that was struggling for a minute on your rapier, but is now thoroughly skewered.
Cool.
Your hits actually started piercing through because it kind of went to go turn and take off, and you kind of caught it in the shoulder. Yeah, dead turtle now.
After we're done
We
cooking
should get
the
out of the
shell, can
water
I-
before we should get out before that big turtle comes back.
Can I make some?
All right.
Free. Out the water.
Go all
Right.
Python.
I need 2d8s. Lantern, I need 4d8s. Jayla, I need another d20.
This is how much damage you'll take. If this next person rolls a 17, I swear.
So Lantern's got a bit of a variety from a monstrous 8-inch smallmouth bass. Well, I say monstrous, but for this pond, it's pretty good. To a little bigger than a minnow, a little indiscriminate. Orin, you're like, this fish is huge. It's like the size of my hand, which is like the size of one of our fingers. So that fish is just really not as impressive as your first one. CC, This was not a little turtle. It's probably a good, like, I'd say 1.5 foot radius, diameter, full width, round diameter.
That's
Is it
turtle.
is it weird that I feel bad for the turtle, not the fish?
See, it wasn't a rock, it was
Kind
a
of.
turtle.
Well, cool. I still
Yeah, it's
Benedict's gonna
actually,
point out, like, hey, we got about enough food from the Tritons for like 2 weeks, but nice job, everybody.
Yeah, but that's back on the boat.
Hmm.
We can eat this
Or wait,
now.
that's back on the table. We left our table, Cece.
Oh no,
Where are we
you
gonna
you
eat?
have already called it a boat there, Neener, and
no.
Well, let's
it's a
take our
boat.
table.
No, it's a table.
Wait, do we eat on the table?
That's where we eat. That's where we've been eating, right?
Do we have to go all the way back there to eat?
That's what I'm wondering.
You know,
Do we
You
have
literally
a
just
table here?
saw Glenn eating right in front of you 2 minutes ago.
Where's your table?
I have a
over in the
fire.
water.
I have a fire and it's on a javelin. Why would I need a table? What are you talking about?
Well, where do you set stuff when you're not eating it?
We gotta go
Takes
back
his
to the big
javelin
table.
and sticks it in the ground. It's at the top of the javelin.
That's not very sanitary.
yeah, this would be the one of the very first time you guys have ever had to eat, like, on the ground.
Roughing it style.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any flat rocks?
We have a turtle shell. Steve's the turtle shell.
We have a bowl.
But you could use the turtle.
That's
Or when pulls
Yeah.
off one of the little gauntlet things he has and opens it up. I mean,
I don't know where that's been. I'll use this other one
It still has a turtle in it.
for now.
It's been on my
It won't
heart.
for long. It's dead. It doesn't need it any longer.
Well, yeah, but you can't just use it as a bowl right now. It still has, like, the turtle in it.
Yeah, we
You
can
have to
cook
like
it.
clean it out and
No, it's called putting it on the fire and letting it boil.
Oh, no, I get that. It's just, you're saying you can use it as a bowl, but it's like you got to prepare it first.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Add the fishies, a little bit of the
Okay.
spices, and boil
wait,
that
don't
bitch
you
in.
guys eat underwater? What do you mean sanitary?
Do I look like I eat underwater?
You're from the water plane,
I am.
aren't you?
I would think I'm air.
She's
I
from the
mean,
water.
you both look
I know.
very. Yeah.
Blue.
It's just
We found you guys in the ocean, so like
yeah, and we were coming from the Earth plane.
You told him yesterday. He was there. Oh no, he went to bed. Never mind.
So you assuming has upset me. I'm gonna go cook my turtle, or Cece's turtle.
Our turtle. I caught the turtle.
Well, I got the
You
fish
get the
that's gonna
bowl.
go with it.
You get the turtle shell. I want the turtle.
Well, you can have the turtle, but we still need to cook it.
You ain't
This
wrong.
is the first time we've seen the brother and sister actually fight everybody. I want to point this
You
out.
mean act like siblings?
Mhm.
and it was
Say.
caused by
Turtles.
Cece, did you got any spices?
I don't.
Yeah,
We've been
notably,
swimming.
this food needs some salt, in your opinion.
In the ocean.
Also, so did that water. That water was very weird tasting. Very weird.
Dip it in the ocean. It'll be salty in no time.
Good thing we got a
Well-
wolf skin, right? Pour in a
While
little bit of
there's
water from my skin.
while they're doing all this, can I start walking down the little trail that Benedict found earlier?
Sure.
I mean, I'll probably follow him now that they're out of the pool.
Yeah, we gotta wait an hour
Grabbing
until we can
stuff.
go back in if we're gonna be eating.
Then
So
it's gonna be like, that's
only-
just a myth.
That's
Uh,
that's
You
also
never would have
only
heard
if
that
you're
myth.
gonna.
Hey, are you really gonna argue someone that's been to the water plane?
That's
tell me
only
it's
if you're gonna. You
I mean,
get cramps,
literally
which is
in character, you never would have heard that before. This has only been like your third time ever eating not underwater.
Okay, then I'm just
Also-
gonna give him that look with the raised eyebrow, like, really?
that.
That happens.
That's also only a problem if you're gonna drown from the cramps, which you can't.
You
People
hear,
drown from.
Cece, do you hear these guys trying to tell us what water life is like?
I literally lived underwater.
Yeah, living and being are two different things.
What?
That
What?
living and being are two different things.
I lived underwater, so I had to be under. What?
Looks like you
Cookie
live on the
turtle.
ground too, and live on tables for some weird reason. But anyway, that
Yeah, it's because those two can't breathe underwater, and it's faster than swimming.
okay if you say so.
Oh, we could go faster. All right, go cook your turtle. Or our turtle. My turtle.
Ah, you told me it's my turtle now. Take it and go
I get
walk
the
over
turtle,
there.
you get the shell.
Big old smile on my face.
I'll just take it in the middle of the night.
I'm just walking down the trail.
How dare you?
So you start walking down the trail, and it goes on. You go about 5 minutes out, and then notably, it's less and less taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, roll me a survival or an intelligence check.
Which am I better at? Strangely, survival.
Yeah, it's weird.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Kind of comes to doesn't like come to immediate end. It just kind of slowly fades away, less and less maintained. Very, very odd.
Where it starts to do that, can I like look to see if there's anything?
It's not
there?
like an immediate thing. It's like over the course of a mile. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. We should probably get back to them, Benedict.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna point out. Like, we should probably go back and get moving as a group and see what time it is.
I mean, you can roll if you want to, Benedict.
I was gonna say, if I look up, what time is it?
As you guys look up at this point, you did have a relatively early start to your morning. It's not even high noon yet. Same thing for you, Benedict. Very odd. But you guys come back to your party.
Terry, did you want any of this? I take that as a no. All right, more fries.
Brad,
Oh, you mean like you offering fish to us?
Food, yeah. I got 4 fish and a turtle.
My turtle,
Hey,
but okay.
You said I had a turtle.
I
Eat
said
turtle
you
soup right out
had
of the
it
shell.
in your possession. It's mine.
I never took possession of it. You still had it.
No,
But
I
then
thought you were
said
holding
was
it.
mine. No, you said it was mine.
So we are we eating now? We cook this fish up now, or we
We can eat them along the way if you want. But I still thought I'd ask if you wanted some.
Oh, he's already got the turtle being cooked, he said.
Yeah.
He's already starting to cook and prepare to get it all going.
You don't want it to spoil, do you? I mean,
Of course not.
dead things tend to spoil not long after you kill it.
Wouldn't they be pretty preserved underwater?
Although, I am also very curious. How exactly are you cooking these? Because you don't know how to cook with fire or anything. You eat a lot of raw.
Yeah.
We watched him. I'm very
You
receptive.
you've never cooked.
Hey, there's a shell. It's a bowl. Put stuff in it.
As a
And
known
let it
chef
cook.
on the ship, Benedict is like very disturbed at how he's seeing this animal getting prepped.
He eats it like Gollum.
There's not much prep. A lot of it's just organ removal.
Yep.
Definitely very sad that
Are you gonna
an item of food went to waste.
come help, Benedict?
I wasn't asked to
you-
help, but sure, I
Will
can
you
come
show us
help.
how it's done?
All right, all right. So Benedict, first, I gotta know how messed up the turtle is before it's like gone.
It's pretty mutilated.
Yeah, gosh.
Uh,
We're having cube steak stew, okay?
I'm trying to compare it because like we have a lot of our. It's kind of like
Kind
you
of
know when
like
you
when
roast a
a
pig,
younger, yeah.
right? How you prep the pig like that.
Very much
Just
so.
minus the cooking part, and they just started like cutting hunks of meat off.
Mm. So, unfort.
We still have fish.
We still have fish. Can I
Which
have
have
a
bites
fish?
taken out.
Oh, oh.
Not all of them. I'm kidding. They just do cook their fish also.
Okay, well, if he's trying to cook fish, we need cooking utensils, and I don't think I brought them with it. I left them at the boat. But I can show him how to make sushi.
You can also stick it
So
on pikes, and cook it over a fire.
you could do that too. Good suggestion there, Tyrion. So I'm gonna go find some sticks. Do want a survival check for good roasting sticks, bro?
So
I got a crowbar.
no need really. You're able to just find some sticks. There's lots of wood.
Mm-mm.
You could also
But he
stab it with a
says he can
sword.
teach you how to make sushi. You 100% know sushi.
Ooh.
It's one of your main dishes you eat.
So
Possibly the only dish.
maybe I can show you how to make sushi. Not really.
I mean,
I'm not a cook. I just eat it.
okay. Definitely gonna just take the sushi or take some fish. And first, I'm gonna take one of the fish and like take that top layer of skin and kind of make it abrasive to get rid of the scales. So take like my cooking knife and just kind of scrape it off to get rid of all the scales on it, remove it, so it's nice and just
Hairfish.
fresh. Yep, preparing the fish, dabbing it in the right below it, and clearing out the guts, cleaning it all up, cleaning all the inside, go to the water, just like rinse it clean. Um, Fortunately, hmm, seasoning. There's sand, but sand is not going to work. Can I see if there's any like plant material that I would know of that is like mint or basil, stuff like that around?
I mean, oh,
I mean, even like rosemary.
Roll a survival check.
I got holy water.
13.
You're looking around, and the best you can do. Again, a lot of the like berries and stuff around here seem pretty well ran through, but you are able to find a few raspberries. That's
All
about
right,
it.
I can make that work. So with the raspberries, I'll probably just mush them up and rub them on my hands, rub them on on the inside of the fish, and then skewer them. And if that fire where they're cooking is still going, I'll prop those fish up so they're not directly in the fire. They're just like in that good cooking spot where they're not getting burnt. You know what I'm saying? But they're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the sushi, I'm actually gonna take the turtle that he had and go to the lake. And so they didn't clean out like the insides or anything like that, right? They just boiled it and set it and started trying to boil it, right?
No, they basically just like started gutting it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm gonna clean it all off and like rip any other entrails out and clean the inside of the shell and like dig a little spot so the shell sits flat in the sand that's on the edge of the ocean, or not the ocean, the pond, and then slowly cut one of the fishes really thin. First, like same thing, descaling, gutting, and then get the skin off get it off and then slice it in very thin slices and lay it over top with probably if any like lettuce or any like any kind of greens around.
You're getting really far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
As you're basically dumping all the guts into the lake, though, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Would I need to make one while I'm watching him do this?
Yeah, you could.
I perceive the fuck out of you cooking that food, man. So you better do good. No.
So, as you're sitting there, basically like dumping all the guts into the lake, and Neener's sitting there watching you. He's kind of just looks out over the water. Then you kind of start wondering, like, man, I don't remember that being right there. What is that? As you see, like a little obstruction right off the shore, right next to Tyrion. And right as you're wondering that, a giant crocodile jumps out of or leaps out of the water and goes to, lunges, sorry, lunges out of the water. And I need to roll his attack on you. Oh, okay, yeah, that's gonna hit. This is good. This is good. I've rolled back-to-back 19s. So yeah, he's gonna bite you. I need you to make a hold up, let me oh, you don't get to do that to your turn. All right. I'm sorry, I had to turn the light off so the dog was more comfortable and I can't see my dice.
It's 0. You rolled 0. No.
I'm just gonna do this.
Wait, I just remembered Orwin is vegan. No,
Take 11 piercing
You vegan police have been
as the giant alligator grabs onto you, does a couple of the gator death spins and starts pulling you underwater. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
This damage was on Benedict, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Orwen just jumps up as he sees it. Ooh, that'll make for some good eat.
Not the cooking
No.
hand.
All right. Well,
All right.
I
Good
looked
session.
around to try to find freaking the fight, and I was
You're
making
underwater.
I was trying to make a turtle now. No, I meant
There's
earlier
Oh,
when I
okay,
was
okay.
looking
Some
around,
large
not
creature.
underwater.
So we good to stop recording?
Yep.
All right,
I've stopped recording.
stopped.
I have stopped.
I have stopped.
Oh, yes.
I stopped.
Is this 4?
Stop the stream now. This
Yes,
is 3.
it's 4. No, it's 3. Yeah.
3.
This